Hello everybody, today we are going to learn another method of solving a quadratic equation. This method is called completing the square and it's a very interesting method. Now what is a square? A square number is 1, 4, 9, 16 and so on. So the basic concept here is, if I say number 4, this is a square of 2. If I say 9, this is a square of 3. Now if I ask about a number in between this, if I say 8, so to make 8 a square you have to add 1 in it. So that's why it's going to become 9 and that is 3 square. Or you have to subtract 4. So that will be 4, that is 2 square. So that's how we are completing this square. The same thing is applicable in algebra. We know that suppose we have a linear expression x plus 3 square. So we know the expansion of this is x square. If we expand it, x square plus 6x plus 9. How we get this thing? That is x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 3. So that will be x multiply x plus 3 plus 3 multiplied by x plus 3. So this will be equal to x square plus 3x plus 3x plus 3 times 3 is 9. So it will be x square plus 6x plus 9. So we know that the x plus 3 square is equal to x square plus 6x plus 9. So if the question is factorize x square plus 6x plus 9, we know that the factors is x plus 3. Now imagine the question is factorize x square plus 6x plus 10. Now here the problem starts, because we know if it is a square of x plus 3, then 3 square will be 9. Now we have 10 here. So how we are going to solve this question? We know that if we write this question like this, x square plus 6x plus 10 can be written as 9 plus 1. So I have written 10 as 9 plus 1. 10 can also be written as 11 minus 1. 10 can also be written as 7 plus 3. There are so many ways we can write them. So why particularly we have written 10, 9 plus 1. So here is the solution. We divide coefficient of x by 2 and square it. So that is the rule you must follow. This is a very important rule, and most of the questions you will be able to solve by this method. Now here the coefficient of x is 6 divided by 2 that is 3, and whatever is your answer, you square it, that is 9. So that's how I got 9. So this question will become x squared plus 6x plus 9 plus 1. This one we know that this is x plus 3 square plus 1. So that's how we are completing the square. Now let's say the expression is p square minus 11p minus 4, p square minus 14p minus 38. So we have a p square minus now 38. 38 can be written in so many ways, but our key is 14. So as I told you, divide 14 by 2, that is 7, and the square of 7 is 49. So we need 49 here, and we have 38 here. So the best way is minus 14p and plus 49. This is always positive, always. We have added 49, so we subtract 49 and we subtract 38. If you see, the resultant is 0, so it will remain same. Now p square, now what is the factors of this? If it is in this form, if you have divided 14 by 2 and you have written the square of it, that is, say, p square, plus or minus, it hardly matter. If it is ap, then this will always be plus, and whatever is the coefficient of p, you divide it by 2 and you add the square of it. So its answer will be p, and this sign will come here minus. When we divided 14 by 2, what we got? 7. So this is p minus 7 square up to here, minus 87. So that is the answer of this question. I hope you're getting it. Let me give you another example, a very quick one. Question. If the question is x square plus 6x plus 8. The half of 6 is 2. The half of 6 is 3. So 3 square is 9. We need 6 over 2 is 3. The square of 3 is 9. We have 8 here. So we have to add 8 minus 1. So it will be x, because this is a plus. What we added? The square of 3. So this is 3. The square plus 1. So that is how we are going to solve the quadratic expressions. Now let's try to prove it geometrically. Let's have an equation. Suppose x square plus 10x plus something. We'll write it later. So now x square, let's assume this is x and this is x. So this is x square. Now 10x, this is x, and say this is 10, and say this is x. This is 10, this is x, so this is 10x. We have to make a square. This is already a square. So this is, say, x square. This is x, this is x. Now this is 10x, so we divide it by 2. We make two parts, equal parts. This is 5, this is 5. This side is x. This is so this side is 5 and this side is x, so this is 5x. Now this is x, so I am adding 5 here, and this is x. I divided it. This is the first part, I put it here. This is the second part, I put it here. So this is also, this is x, and this one is 5. Now what is remaining here? This is 5 and this is 5. So 5 and 5. So this area is x square. This area is 5x. This area is also 5x. Then to make it a complete square, this is what? X plus 5. And this is what? This is also x plus 5. But we don't have this. This is not a complete square. Is not complete square. We have to add this area. We have to add this to make it a complete square. Otherwise this thing is not a complete square. You can see it. So to make it a complete square, we have to add 25 in it. Now it is a complete square. Now we can say this is equal to x plus 5 square. Now imagine the question is x square plus 10x plus 20. So you have, instead of this 5, you have 4 here. So 4 times 5 is, this is 5, this is 4, this is 20. So you needed 5 more. This one was needed to make it a complete square. So you have to add it yourself. Then you have to subtract it. So this is a complete square. This is the concept of a completing the square. It's actually a square and you are completing it. Whatever is remaining, you have to add it. Now we are going to solve a quadratic equation using completing the square method. Let's simplify this. We solve this quadratic equation by completing the square. Our equation is x square minus 6x minus 59 is equal to 0. Sometimes it's easy to transpose it to this side, so the equation will become x square minus 6x is equal to 59. Now as I told you, what we are supposed to do is x square minus 6x. Now what is the half of 6? 3. So add 3 square here and add 3 square this side also. You can write it as 9 also, there is no problem. 59 plus 9, 59 minus 9. Expression plus 9. So now this expression will be x. We are going to use this sign, and this is always positive. So this will be x minus 3 square is equal to, this will be 59 plus 160 plus 868. Now this is how we have converted into a complete square. So this equation is x minus 3 square is equal to 68. Now x minus 3 will be root 68. Don't forget to use this sign, plus and minus. We take 3 this side, so x will be 3 plus minus root 68. So x will be 3 plus root 68 and 3 minus root 68.